Hiya, I'm Lynn. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. We're going to be looking at determiners and we will look at what they are and how they are used within sentences. So, when we are speaking about determiners, we are speaking about the group of words that come before a noun and they basically help the reader to work out which noun is being spoken about because the determiners are linked so closely to nouns, sometimes they are considered to be a type of adjective. And this is because they do the same job that an adjective does. There are many different types of determiner, and we're going to take a look this afternoon at the different types and how they are used within sentences. So, looking at the types of determiners, we're not going to speak a great deal about articles because there was a separate masterclass a couple of weeks ago about that. Um, Articles, they are a separate word class within English and they contain the words a, an, and the. So that's all I'm going to say about those for the afternoon, but you can look at the other video if you need to know more about them. So the other types of determiner, possessives, numerals, quantifiers, demonstratives, and interrogatives. So we will take a closer look at each of these and explain what they are and how they're used. So when we are speaking about possessive determiners, they are telling you um, who the noun belongs to. And when we use possessives, we are using these words. So if I have a dog and it belongs to me, I would say it is my dog. If a boy has a pen and it belongs to him, you would say it is his pen. If it was a girl, you would say it was her pen. Then you have um, their and our, and these are the plural possessives. So if it is their house, it belongs to them. So it isn't just one person that it belongs to, it is several people. The same as if I say it is our house, it would belong to me and several other people. When you are using the possessive determiners, don't get confused with possessive pronouns because if I say the dog is mine, I am using a possessive pronoun rather than a possessive determiner. So just be aware of that when you're looking at the possessive determiners. And like I mentioned earlier, they are a type of adjectives. So sometimes you will hear these called possessive adjectives. So the next group that we are going to be looking at, they are called numerals. And when we speak about numerals, we are speaking about numbers. Okay. And when we use numerals, we are speaking about a specific quantity of something. And that means that when you use this, it needs to be used with what we call a countable noun. Okay. And the numerals that you are using, they can either be what we call cardinal numbers, so 1, 2, 3, or any number, or they can be ordinal numbers, so first, second, third, etc. So having a look at the sentences below, I have 5 dogs. The number 5 is the amount of dogs that I have. The next example, we have used an ordinal number. So here was the third person in the queue. So third is stating the position that he is in the queue. And the final one, he ate 9 sweets. So 9 is the number of sweets that he is eating. So if you want to be specific about numbers, you would use the numerals. If you are wanting to show an amount, but it isn't necessarily a specific amount, you would use something called a quantifier. And the quantifier is used to show the quantity of something, the amount of something. And the difference between the numerals and the quantifiers is that quantifiers can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. So if I am talking about water, because water is an uncountable noun, I couldn't say, could I have one water? Because the numerals don't work with uncountable nouns. But what I could say is, can I have some water? Okay, so with your quantifiers, you can use them with the uncountable nouns as well as the countables, and they are giving a quantity of something. And just notice that if you've got a few or lots of or a little, you will need both of those words together to make the quantifier. Okay, so can I have some chocolate? We're not after a specific amount of it. You would just like some of it. And I don't have enough flour. So enough is the amount of flour that I haven't got to make the cake. And if we went to the zoo, you wouldn't count the number of animals. You would probably just say you saw lots of animals. So quantifiers, use them with both countable and uncountable nouns to show the quantity of different nouns. The next one that we are going to look at is the demonstratives, and these are used to show how far or how close to the speaker the noun is. And there are only 4 words within this group. You've got this, that, these, and those. Now, if you are talking about this and that, we are speaking singular. So those would be used for singular nouns. If you are speaking about these and those, they are used for plural nouns. Okay. And then when we are speaking about distance, if you're speaking about this or these, those objects would be close to the speaker. So they are in close proximity to the person that is making the statement or asking the question. If you are using the demonstratives that or those, it is likely that you will be pointing at them or they are further away from the speaker. Okay, so looking at my sentences, can I have that cake? It is likely that the cake is behind the counter and I'm stood pointing at it, so it's further away from me. It's not in my hand. So, can I have that cake? The cake is singular and it is far away from me. If I am speaking about these pens don't work, I'm likely to have a number of pens in my hand, so they are close to me. And the final one, this book. So the demonstrative is telling us which book the reader is speaking about. And this means it's a singular book that is close to the speaker. So it's likely that you would have the book in your hand as you are telling the other person, this book is interesting. And then the final group that we are going to look at this afternoon, interrogatives. Now, if I break that down, if you interrogate someone, you ask some questions, okay? So interrogatives, they are used to show that a question is being asked about a noun. And you need to be careful with that because not every single question word is an interrogative determiner. So what you need to know is that when we use the term interrogatives with the determiners, we are speaking about the three words what, which, and whose. Okay. And looking at how we would use them, if I am saying, what top are you going to wear? The question is about the top. So the top is the noun that the question is about. If I ask the question, which drink would you like? The which is referring to the noun drink. So maybe water, milk, orange juice. So those are the drinks that the noun is, okay? And finally, whose glasses are these? The question word is whose, so the interrogative is whose. The noun that it is linked to is the glasses. So the speaker is asking, who do the glasses belong to? So they want to know whose glasses, right? So thank you very much for your time this afternoon. I hope that you have gained a little bit more information, and thank you very much for your time. Bye. Thank you.